Hey guys, this is just following up from the previous video I made about my Sony HDR AS300 action camera. So in that video I talked about how that camera was my main action camera for the last 5 years. I actually just didn't end up using it as much as I expected. I only used it for one event, which was the Seoul Watermelon Festival 2 years ago in 2019. And at that event, it's just I had to have a small camera, you know, that was splash proof or waterproof. So back then I used mostly my DJI Osmo Plus from 2016 to 2019 whenever I was traveling or just walking around and wanted to take some video that had stabilized footage. That's what I would use. And then in 2019 I actually switched from that setup to using the Osmo Mobile 3 plus my iPhone 11 Pro, which just came out at the time. So I made a video about that on YouTube, and I posted explaining, you know, how and why I was switching to that setup. I actually had a Sony a6000 as well at that time, which I wasn't really using either. and I said I switched to that setup because it was more convenient, right? I didn't want to carry around a camera with me, a dedicated camera with me all the time. And then last year I just switched to using this camera, which I'm currently using to record this video with, which is a Sony ZV-1. It's like a vlogging camera. It's not, you know, as versatile as the a6000 or any of the Sony Alpha cameras are, because it doesn't have interchangeable lens. But for most people, it's pretty good enough. Like the camera, the lens on this camera is good enough for most people. And this is pretty much the quality of image I would get with my Sony a6000 with my Zeiss Prime lens back then anyways. And for my stabilizer, I used a Zhiyun Crane M2, which I did a few videos on as well. And yeah, with the Zhiyun Crane M2, I used this in my LA trip last year, and I think it was okay. Like, the problem with the Zhiyun Crane M2 is that it takes so long to set up. You gotta set it up, you gotta balance it, and of course, it's kind of a bulky setup, right, compared to the Osmo Mobile 3. The Osmo Mobile 3 was definitely more portable than the Zhiyun Crane M2. Because the Zhiyun Crane M2 obviously takes in you know, it can take in a mirrorless camera, it can take in a much bigger camera than the Mobile 3 only takes in a smartphone, right? So it takes just more time to set up. It wasn't as convenient. So I was thinking about going back to the Mobile 3 again, but then I remember my experiences with the Mobile 3 was actually pretty good. Like, there's nothing wrong with the Mobile 3. I just at that time I think I started changing from the 11 Pro to using the ZV-1, right, for the better image quality. But then, you know, it's always a trade-off between these gimbal devices and what cameras you use, right? If you want better video quality, you got to have a bigger camera, bulkier camera. If you want more convenience, then use a smartphone, but the image quality isn't going to be as good. So, so I thought about using this device now. This is the DJI Pocket 2. So this device, I was thinking, you know, should I go back to the Osmo Mobile 3 plus my iPhone 12 mini? But the thing about the Osmo Mobile 3 is that it still relied on your smartphone, right? So it was going to use up your smartphone's battery life when you connected it, and it's going to take up storage space on your smartphone, and you're going to have to take time to actually pair it up and set it up and stuff. Plus, the Osmo Mobile 3 actually did not fit in your pocket. So despite the fact that it doesn't have you know, any kind of like built-in display or anything like that, and didn't have a camera, but you know, it's still not very pocketable, and not like the DJI Pocket 2. This one looks like you can actually put it inside your pocket. Osmo Mobile 3 you actually can't, even though it doesn't have a camera, it doesn't have a display or anything. So yeah, so this is still going to be more portable. So that was still kind of a hassle, right? Even though the Osmo Mobile 3 is of course more convenient than setting up the Zhiyun Crane M2, it's still kind of a hassle compared to the DJI Pocket 2, because this has everything built in, right? There's a built-in camera. You know, you don't need to deal with any sort of Bluetooth connection or anything like that. You don't need to launch an app, although you could pair this with an app, but you don't have to launch an app necessarily, right? You have a built-in viewfinder here, so you don't need to use your smartphone for the viewfinder. It doesn't take up space on your smartphone, doesn't use up the battery life on your smartphone. So, I mean, yeah, I could use the Mobile 3 with my iPhone 12 mini, but I'm going to try this one out, the DJI Pocket 2, because I haven't tried this one out before. I've seen some videos and reviews on it on YouTube already, and I'm curious, because this might be the most convenient way to actually get stabilized footage. So, yeah, I got this. This is the exclusive combo. This is $500 US for this combo, right? I think it's about $100 less if you just get the Pocket 2 by itself. So let's do the unboxing of it, and then we'll take a look at some of the capabilities. Interesting, nice diagrams. This thing is so long, right? So that's why I kind of unbox it like this, lengthwise. All right, so what's here? I like how everyone's always copying Apple's unboxing experience and gotta make everything look white and clean. Alright, so what do you get here? I mean, this is the combo, right? So I expect to get a lot of stuff here. So what you get here is this is a USB, you got a USB lightning adapter, and I'm guessing, okay, this is a USB-C cable. So you get a USB-C cable, and then you get a USB-C to lightning adapter for iPhones. I guess that's to connect your phone. Is that right? What is this thing? Yeah, take a look at this thing. Okay, so this, I'm not sure what this is yet. But you get a lanyard here, right? It's for a strap, lanyard strap. And this is another strap. They give you two. So this is a much longer strap. Oh, you can clip it onto like a backpack or something. Okay. So, or a suitcase or something if you're traveling. I mean, I'm going to be using this mostly for traveling, so it makes sense to have a lot of clip-on stuff. This is a USB-C adapter, but I thought this was already USB-C. So you get two adapters here, it looks like. I'm just going to take a look at what this is exactly. Okay. Oh, I see. Interesting. So this is a clip-on for the Osmo Pocket 2. And this is a USB-C adapter, and you also have a lightning adapter as well. So, okay. So this is maybe something you can clip onto the DJI Pocket 2, the device itself. So I thought it was actually like a converter or something like that, but it's not. It's actually something that's proprietary. So I understand why they have two now. You have one for lightning, one for USB-C, obviously the two most common connectors. Alright, and what else you get is this little extension thing. They call this an all-in-one handle, and I believe it adds Bluetooth functionality, it adds microphone, wireless microphone functionality, so a lot of things basically. Yeah, they call this the all-in-one handle. Yeah, this is a do-it-all handle is what it's called. Okay, and then you get the device itself, and let's look at, is there anything else here? Nope. Okay, let's look at what's in here. Okay, so DJI Pocket 2 Sunset White exclusive. Okay, so this is just the quick start instructions and the disclaimer. Okay. It'll tell us what it comes with on the back. So yeah, this is what it comes with. It comes with a Pocket 2 camera, the cover for it. You get a DJI Pocket 2 sling strap, which is what this is for, I'm guessing, is a sling strap. Mini control stick, so that's what this thing is for. It's a mini control stick. Oh, I see now. Man, it's so small. I didn't realize this was a control stick. It's so small, but yeah, that's what it's for now. Interesting. So the do-it-all handle, which contains a wireless mic transmitter, Bluetooth, and a tripod mount. Because apparently the camera itself apparently doesn't include a tripod mount, which is a little bit weird. But yeah, and then you get the power cable, obviously USB-C, normal lanyard strap, and then you get the two adapters for the most common connections, right? USB-C and Lightning. All right, let's look at and this is the cover for it. Yeah, you can also buy another cover separately that's called like a smart charger cover that you can actually charge the case in. So yeah, this one is not really a case, it's just a cover for the device. But it does have a tripod mount. Okay, that's neat. Yeah, the camera itself does not have a tripod mount. This has a tripod mount, so I guess it's not really a case. Yeah, it's just a cover. But you can buy like a smart case separately that charges it. But then you have to pay $100 for that. So yeah, but yeah, that's the cover for it. And then this is the camera itself. So you get a lot of accessories in this bundle. That makes sense. It's called the it makes sense for how much it retails for. All right, so this is all you get in the bundle here, right? So I think DJI gives you what's basically the other components that are not too expensive to include, right? If they gave you the smart case charger or whatever, and they gave you the waterproof case, which they also sell separately, I think that would bring the cost up too much. Anyways, and this is the camera itself. This is the Osmo Pocket. Wow, man, what a long way we've come, right? I basically got the original DJI Osmo, right? The first one, not even the Osmo Plus, the very first DJI Osmo that ever came out, which was released in the summer of 2015. So I picked that one up and I thought it was amazing, right? Because of, you know, the stabilized footage I can get and stuff like that. And now you can get footage that's just as good or better on something like a fraction of the size of the original Osmo, which to me is just mind-blowing. So, wow, what a long way we come from the original Osmo that I got. That's crazy. Alright, so yeah, this is you can get this mini display here, viewfinder. And this is where you can attach all the accessories, I'm guessing, is this little part right here, which looks like some kind of inductive or magnetic attachment part. And then you have a record right here, and I'm guessing this is like some kind of enter menu button. You have micro SD card slot right here, of course pretty necessary. Lanyard loophole. This is the power button. And microphone, I'm guessing, right here. I'm not sure how good the mic is, so I guess I'll have to test that. Should at least be better than the mic on the original Osmo. The original Osmo's mic sucked, right? I could barely hear anything on the original Osmo. The Osmo Plus improved on that, but the original Osmo's mic really sucked. And then this is a USB-C charger. Alright, just reading off the specs of this device. It's got a 3-axis gimbal, a 1.7-inch CMOS sensor. It can take 64 megapixel photos. It can record up to 4K 60 FPS video. That's actually way more than I need. I don't ever record any 4K videos because of the drain on the battery life and how much it takes up on my my memory cards. So I usually always stick to 1080p, either 30 FPS or 60 FPS on my videos. But yeah, you get 4K here if you need that. 93-degree field of view, f1.8, right? It's the aperture of the camera. Active Track 3.0, AI editor, DJI Matrix Stereo. Is that their name for the mic? An 8x zoom, which I'm guessing is digital zoom. I don't think they have optical zoom on here. So yeah, that's the specs of this. Yeah, so that's the accessories here, and I guess you could put this one in here too. This one will go this way. I think I would probably use this one the most, right? I'll have to, I think these are connectors, but you know, why wouldn't you just use that one for connection? So I'll have to like dig a little bit deeper into why I need those. But yeah, this one, I'll probably definitely be using this one because I do find that having this analog control stick would be pretty helpful. Anyways, guys, that's what comes with the DJI Pocket 2. This is part of the combo package here, right? Sling strap, charger, all in one kind of handle right here. The cover slash case, not really a case, and then two kind of adapters here. So yeah, guys, I'm going to set up the DJI Pocket 2 and I'm going to start using it and record some test footage and tell you guys what I think and how it compares to the Osmo Mobile 3. And if, you know, you can see how small this is, right? This literally can fit in your pocket. That's why they call it the Pocket. But yeah, if the video quality from this is impressive enough, especially for the size, then yeah, that would be actually pretty amazing, you know, for something this small. Alright, so now that I've used the DJI Pocket 2 for a little bit, I kind of understand better how it works. First of all, this little bottom half here comes off. So yeah, the tip comes off and then I can put in the all-in-one, the do-it-all handle here. And this adds a wireless mic receiver, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and tripod mount. And it also adds a headphone jack as well. I think this is a headphone and microphone jack. So it adds support for that, which is cool. And then this thing actually has 4 different microphones. Actually, it has one on the front here, one here, up here, one here, and then one at the back. So it has, yeah, a lot of different mics. Alright, so once I turn it on, it's gonna default to the selfie mode here. Alright, so turn towards me, and this is good for like, you know, vlogging and stuff like that. It has face tracking. It defaults to 1080p 30 frames per second, which is fine. That's what most of my videos are. I'll show you the battery life, and then I have my SD card right here, so I show how much storage I have left. So then I'll go over the buttons here. I put the control module in because, yeah, this is what I usually use with this device. I will actually explain what these do later. So yeah, with the control module, first of all, this button here is obviously for starting and stopping recording. This button here, if you press once, there, it will switch to photo mode and video mode. Now those two aren't the only two modes, but that's the modes that I'll switch to. You can actually switch between HDR video mode as well. So if you turn on HDR video mode, it will actually crop in a bit. Oh, it's not supported anyways in this in the front mode, I guess. But yeah, it'll crop the video, but I guess it shoots HDR. There's also slow motion, and there's time lapse. So there's a few different modes you can shoot in. But yeah, just pressing this button will have those two modes. And then if you double click it, it's going to recenter. Yeah, this control stick right here, right now it's going to pan the camera. Right, it's going to pan it this way, pan it this way. You can always switch between what this control stick can do though. It can either zoom or it can pan. Right, so right now I have it set to this panning mode right here. And then, yeah, I can also go up, I can go down. Right, alright. And then if I want to be centered, I just double tap this and then recenters. And then if I press this button here, then it'll do tilt locked, it'll do FPV, and then it'll do follow. So those are the three modes here: tilt locked, FPV, and follow. And then if I triple tap this right here, it's going to turn around, and now this is the right. You can now shoot it normally, just walking forward or whatever. Let's see, recenter, and then yeah, let's get it shooting this thing. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to use this as my subject. But yeah, there's a few different things you can do here, right? So yeah, I have all these different modes: tilt locked, FPV mode, which I guess is a more dynamic mode, and follow mode. So that's this is FPV mode right here. And of course you can move the camera, right, with this analog stick. So these are a few things that you can do. So again, I explained like the different modes here, but you pull down from the settings here, this can change what the analog stick can do. So right now this is in pan mode, but if I click it, then this will go into zoom mode. So now I can actually use this to zoom in instead of panning, right? You can zoom in up to 4 times. Alright, so I can change how that analog stick works. This is the settings, and you can do a bunch of things here. You can do full screen, freeze tracking for selfie mode, storage, accessories. This is where you get your Wi-Fi password for the handle to connect to your phone. I'll show that later. Calibration, control stick, display. Was it WP case mode? Okay, I don't know what that really means. And then so that is, yeah. And then you can go here. There's more anti-flicker, ketone, calibration more. Yeah, so that's the settings. And then yeah, this is like glamour effects on. I'm not sure what that does really, but you can turn glamour effects on. 16 megapixels, ultra high, 64 megapixels with 16 pixels. I guess if you do 64 megapixels, then it'll take up much more space. But this is the maximum it can go when taking pictures, I believe. But I don't know why I would use this to take pictures. It's mostly going to be for video, right? Then there's this pro mode thing. So yeah, pro mode on, pro mode off. Again, I haven't really experimented too much with that mode, but it's there. And then this is connecting an external mic, I believe, to pair a mic with it. So this is all cool stuff you can do. And oh yeah, I'm just surprised that this small little display here is actually a touch screen. I mean, it's so cool, right? You can pull down from the top here, and you can actually pull down from the bottom. And you can also pull down from the side, right? So this small little display here is actually a touch screen, which is actually pretty cool. And by default it's at 4:3 aspect ratio as well. And pull down from the bottom, this will recenter it. I think these are more like the same controls that are on the bottom here, right? Because this will do selfie. I think this will do the follow mode, tilt lock. Yeah, so this does the same thing as the buttons here. And I can flip it around using the screen if I want to, but I can also triple click this and it'll do the same thing. All right, then recenter. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the controls for the Pocket 2. There's a lot I haven't explored yet, but there's so many modes here. Panorama, story mode. I haven't done HDR video mode, but yeah, it's like this is like it's super zoomed in for some reason. Yeah, I haven't tried that yet. Slow motion and time lapse. So a few different modes that you can try here. All right, so that is the basics of this, and now I'm going to show you guys what you can do, what these things are for. So originally I thought, okay, this was to connect to like, you know, your computer or something like that. It's actually not to connect to your computer. It's actually to connect to your phone. So with this all-in-one handle here, you charge with the USB-C connector at the back instead of at the bottom with the other one. But this is where you would just charge it, right? And I guess you can connect it to your computer, but I think it's mostly for charging. Yeah, I'm not sure if it actually connects to your computer. But this is actually to connect to your smartphone. So that's why they provide you with a Lightning one and a USB-C one. So basically what would happen is you would put it in here, so you slide out the control module, and then you'll slide this one in, and then my phone would actually connect to it via here, and it'll be like this, basically. And that's a little bit weird, right? That's a little bit weird, but that's basically how I had to activate this device, is by connecting my phone directly with this USB-C connector here. So yeah, that's really weird and it's cumbersome and stuff. But once you do that, you can use this phone as your viewfinder if you download. You have to download the DJI Mimo app. Yep. So this is DJI Mimo. You download the app, you connect it, you slide this in here, you connect it, and then you can use this as your viewfinder, and you can edit your photos and videos on here. But that's why this all-in-one handle is so important. I think that's why they include in the bundle, right? Because who wants to do that? Who wants to connect like a heavy phone to this little device? This is such a small and portable device, so why would I have to connect like a heavier phone to that? That's, you know, I mean, that's what the Osmo Mobile would basically be for, right? At that point. So the solution is to connect with it wirelessly, right? So that's what this thing does. It's actually it's going to generate its own Wi-Fi network. Alright, so yeah, once this all-in-one handle is connected, it's going to generate a Wi-Fi network. So I just connect to it here. It says DJI Pocket something. So I connect to that. The Wi-Fi password and everything is actually, you had to pull down the settings to see that. But yeah, then I just go to the DJI Mimo app, and then I connect, right? And then it knows I'm connected. So let's just connect here. So then I don't have to actually plug in this phone to this, right? Okay, let's try this again. Okay, now it's connected. So yeah, now I can do it wirelessly. I don't have to connect to it physically anymore, which is kind of stupid actually. So yeah, now I have it connected, and then basically this is the viewfinder now, right? So it sees whatever I see here, so there we go. So yeah, whoops, I have it like down here. Okay. All right. So now my phone can act as a viewfinder, and then I can do all my settings here, right? So I can go to live stream. Ooh, live stream settings. Okay. Yep. So if you're a Facebook, YouTube Live user, you can do that. Panorama right now. I'm gonna do photo mode, video mode, HDR video mode. Yeah, slow motion, time lapse, hyperlapse. Okay, wonder how that differs. But yeah, you can do it all now on your phone, right? You can recenter, and then this one is tilt locked or slow follow. I can see all the videos I took here. And then this is my resolution. I can go all the way up to 4K, right? Let's go 1080p, 2.7K, 4K. Speed, right, 10x right now. I can turn a grid on. I can have grid lines. Anti-flicker, pro mode. Pro mode, I guess you can manually adjust the ISO and white balance and stuff like that, I'm guessing. Then gimbal stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do here, right? Because now where you have your full power of your phone now, that acting as a viewfinder instead of this small little display. And then this is the main app. You can go back here, right? And then you can edit some videos in this app. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You can connect to it wirelessly and go back into it like this. And then now this is the little viewfinder now. My phone can now act as a viewfinder if I'm connected like that. But then I lose the Wi-Fi on my phone. I lose the internet capabilities. But I can connect my Pocket 2 like that. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the DJI Pocket 2. And then once I turn it off like this, yep, it's gonna fold itself like that, which is really cool as well. So that's it, guys. Now I'm gonna show you guys some videos I took using the DJI Pocket 2 around my apartment, just outside in the park around Burnaby. And it's a very similar place to where I did the test sample footage with my Sony plus the Zoom Crane M2. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and that's all. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and as always, thanks for watching. Alright, so just walking down, this is some sample footage. This is the selfie mode, so I'm gonna try to record myself walking. This would be useful for travel vlogs or something like that, I guess. Really would have been nice to have this when I was traveling a lot, back when we could travel, you know, pre-COVID. Would have been really useful to have this little thing, especially when I was in Eastern Europe, because that was back in 2015, but nothing like this existed back in 2015. So I just used my smartphone selfie camera to record myself at the time. In the park.
Alright. Alright, and that's selfie mode. Useful for vlogging, I guess. Peace out, guys. Alright, so now it's time to show the zoom features, so I can zoom in up to 4 times. It's not very smooth, so I can go like this, 2, and then up to 4 times. Zoom it like that. But as you can see, it's not very smooth. See, it just it does it in increments. So you can't do a very smooth zoom like this. Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, that's a zoom. You can probably zoom in on this Hilton logo right here. Yeah. Do that. But yeah, otherwise that's it. That's the DJI Pocket 2. Its capabilities. Alright. Moving while zoomed in, which usually is a bit more shaky. Is that the maximum 4x? All digital zoom, I believe. I don't think this is optical zoom. But if it did have optical zoom, that's actually pretty impressive. You can fit it in such a small device.